Alright guys, welcome back. I am obviously right about to do the butterfly challenge. Oh, these first couple runs are going to be familiarizing myself with the layout of obviously the butterflies. It's been a few months since I've done this, and as I think I said before once, I never actually did this during my regular Final Fantasy X playthroughs. I only did it the one time when I wanted to do it for the guide there, so I missed it again. There we go. So the good news is that I'm monster catching right now. The even better news is I have no encounters on, so once this finishes I can literally run to the end and do this again without getting interrupted again. Ooh. So if memory serves, I can still finish this as long as you don't miss any like I did on that corner 2 back. You can finish this with getting at least one red butterfly still. Obviously that's my third, so my time is out. And I think that there was one here. Oh, it transports you here, even better. Lately I did monster catching in the desert. Beacon out there. Done some monster catching in Mushroom Rock. I did some monster catching in monster catching. I've caught all the monsters in the Thunder Plains, Besaid, and Beacon L. I've done some monster catching in the Mihan High Road, but I haven't completed it yet. Like, I haven't gotten one of every fiend. I did go through Did I actually just leave? Okay, so that actually just happened. I'm pretty sure I got that last one, but because I left, I forfeited the prize. So, as you see, that took 2 runs to figure out. Again, I've done this a couple times before, so perhaps if you haven't, it's going to be a little different. There's a little bit of luck involved. Sometimes you just get a really, like, the butterflies are generally in the same area, but they do float back and forth, so every now and again you are going to get them in just a slightly awkward position. And sometimes you don't even see them until it's too late. Like this guy, that guy really sucks. Oh no. I can't believe that. That was a perfect run. I didn't get any of those red butterflies. Alright, sorry guys, I'm screwing this up right now. At least this shouldn't go as poorly as the Chocobo One did. Oh crap. Oh, and I haven't gotten 10 of every fiend on for the Jose High Road section, but I have caught at least one of them. So I've completed that area, so I should have 10 completions. So once I finish this, we'll be heading to the monster arena to pick up the Mars Sigil from there. I'm pretty sure you don't need no encounters on while you're doing this. I don't think you'll encounter anything unless you actually run into a butterfly like I just did. But I'm using it so that way I don't get into any more fights while I'm running between screens. Initially I thought I had to run all the way back. And I actually have ran all the way back once already. Got screwed up. I'm having a hard time grabbing that guy. I don't want to cross past the barrier again, so... I've got my overdrive mode set to Slayer right now for all 3 characters. So for Riku and Waka it's not a big deal. For Sharby, what I'm doing is whenever I run into a bunch of enemies that I've already maxed out, there we go, perfect. So there's one. But whenever I run into a bunch of enemies that I've already defeated, so like if I was running into 3 wasps, for example, I've already maxed them out here. You can't run into 3, but just hypothetically, I'd fire off an energy rain, so it would count as one of my overdrives, because I do need to do 50 between when I got energy rain and when I can get Blitz Ace finally. So I raffle it off, and it kills off, let's say, 2 or 3 enemies, and that charges the bar still. Like when you have Warrior, even if you hit them with an overdrive, I don't think it charges anything. But with this one, it's a little different. So, and that helps me charge up another overdrive, which then helps me get more overdrives in. So there's one back there. A lot of people, wow, I was not in the vicinity of that red one. Anyways, a lot of people don't realize that at first, that there is one back there. And that's fine. This run will be another familiarizing run. Uh-oh. If I can make it to the end. And I've been mugging everything in the last couple hours since I've recorded last. So I've amassed a fair amount of items. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. It looked like there was another corner there that was going to be a little tricky. It had a couple flying around in that little turn area, so... Oh, the one thing that I kind of feel bad about. So while I was in Mushroom Rock Road there, hold on. What ended up happening is I ended up running past... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I ended up running up to the area that has one of the 10 Jek spheres that you need for Orin's overdrives. And I figured, oh whatever, I'll just tell you guys I grabbed it and where I grabbed it, and it's not a big deal. And I totally forgot that there are scenes that are associated with it, so I've kind of watched a scene without you guys. So once I get this butterfly here... Oh, and see, I've already screwed this one up. Okay, so I no longer care. So the scene is just about Orin and Maester Keenock, who 10 years ago was just a warrior monk. He actually got a promotion. And I guess he kind of feels bad because it should have been Orin's promotion. Yeah. And they kind of just talk about that. And he kind of leaves Orin and saying, tell me when you get what Zanarkand's like when you get there, kind of thing. Oh, crap. I think that's the third time I've done that.
It's over.
Which is kind of... It's only significant because when you first see Maester Keenock, he kind of looks at him in the command center there, and he kind of just asks, you know, have you seen Zanarkand? I think that's the way he says it too. It's all weird like that.
Take that.
So if I can just pay attention to where these two red butterflies pop up here and not run into them, I think I could have a pretty good run. Oh, and apparently not. So next time I run into two blue elements and a wasp, I'll just be firing off an energy rain. Yeah! And you guys will get to see what I'm talking about with the energy, with the Slayer charge. Oh. Oh yeah. So that took exactly 15 minutes when I got that last butterfly. 15 minutes. So Saturn Sigil, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to worry about monster catching. I'll just run to the save sphere and we'll go and finish this up. And seeing as how I will have some time left between here and the next video, because it won't take me long to run through the items there, I think we'll actually start the Omega dungeon. What am I doing here? Yeah. So for those of you that didn't hear in the last video or just didn't watch me do the character quest there, I mentioned what my plan for the Omega Ruins is I'm going to run through the first part of the area with no, oh, and that was stupid actually, now that I think about it. Anywho, I'm going to run through the first half with no encounters all the way up to Ultima Weapon. I'm going to show you guys where Bhed Primer 26 is, which is the only one that we're currently missing. And from there, when I beat Ultima Weapon, I'm going to have to do a ton of training to be able to fight Omega Weapon. So that's what I'm going to do, off camera obviously. I'll do a bunch of training, monster catching, all that fun stuff with inside the Omega Ruins. And then from there, when I'm feeling confident enough to fight Omega, we'll start recording again. Because really, after Omega, all we've got left is the Dark Aeons, Penance, and Nemesis, and then me actually playing through the finale of the game. And while that's only going to be about 7 videos, it's going to be about 40 hours of work for me just grinding it out there. So yeah, so the first thing this guy says, as soon as you get your 10, he'll give you your Mars Sigil. I haven't done any there. I've done a few here only because they kind of pop up in areas other than the Miha High Road. I haven't gone back yet. All I need are more Garudas, which is kind of annoying. These stupid birds that are really hard to find. And I find that they're always hard to find. Other people have problems with them. And would you guys believe that for the amount of Ochus that I fought running down the Moonflow in the regular game, I only fought 4. I ran right from the South Bank all the way to Guadosalam, because I cut through there into the Thunder Plains. 4 Ochu. That's it. Absolutely blows my mind. Maxed out the Thunder Plains. Obviously I was just in Makalania. Apparently I only missed 1. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. Maxed out there. Calmlands, haven't really come back yet. The Cavern, haven't gone back yet. I gotta be careful because Dark Yojimbo's down there. Haven't gone back. Inside Sin, I missed a few. And I haven't been to the Omega Dungeon yet. I'm not going to collect any more items because I'm actually going to take a look at my guide here and see what items I have a lot of. Like if I know I'm going to get, 99 lunar curtains, I might as well burn some of these. Same thing with the light curtains. I was a little upset I got the chocobo wings before I was able to really do anything with them. Just, stupid things. Petrify grenades, they're not hard to come by, so I can get up to 60, make a stone proof item, get the other 60 that they give me, that kind of thing. And it's just little things like that. I want to take a look and make sure I'm not just wasting items that I've already collected. So that being said, we now have all but the Venus Sigil, which means we are going to go back to Makalania, which is why I was kind of saying kind of stupid that I did it this way. I should have come and got the Mars crest first.
You're counting.
But I think honestly the reason why I did that, I happened to come, like I said, I went through Mushroom Rock, through Jose, through the Moonflow, passed through Grotto Salam, into the Thunder Plains, completed that, and I just happened to be right next to Makalania, so I went and got myself ready for
Yeehaw! Here we go!
like I was doing monster catching there, and then I just decided, you know what, let's start recording, let's start doing this. If it took a ton of time to do, obviously I would have left and, you know, stopped recording and tried it again, so I think that's probably why I did that. But that was a single attempt, that was the first time I was trying it. It took 15 minutes tops, and you guys saw I ended up completing it the first time and just running out of the screen, so don't do that. If you guys are doing that, make sure you don't run out like I did there, because that sucked. You know what, I guess I'll keep this on for now. And you always have to present them in the order of crest and then sigil, which is fine because you can get all the crests very easily and the sigils usually take a lot longer. So the things that make the celestial weapons absolutely amazing are the fact, well, there's two things. They each have, I guess technically they have two secret abilities. They ignore defense, so when you attack, it doesn't matter how powerful the enemy is. It doesn't ignore armored, so if enemies are armored it will reduce damage still, but the actual defense stat will not have any effect on the damage. The second kind of awesome thing is that they get power-ups based on different factors. For Titus, Waka, Riku, and Kimari, they get stronger the fuller their HP is. So, you know, when you have 100% HP, they're hitting at the maximum amount of damage that you can hit at. Auron actually gets more of a power-up when his HP goes down, which is kind of weird, but not really. The benefit to that is you still hit at your top attack rate, even when you have 100%. It's more of a bonus. When his HP gets lower, it'll actually keep increasing. So like for other characters, you know, when their HP is completely maxed, and their strength is completely maxed, let's say 225 or 255, sorry. When you attack something, it'll hit for 99,999. Oh, whoops. When you lose HP, let's say you have 1 HP left, it'll start hitting for like say 20,000 damage. With Auron, when you start hitting for 900 or 99,000, sorry, yeah, 99,999, it no matter what, it'll keep hitting at that, because obviously as your HP goes down, your attack will actually go up. So that's the 5. Yuna and Lulu hit for more damage as their MP, or the fuller their MP is. And this is made better by the fact that when you get Yuna's Nirvana fully powered up, it has 1 AP cost, I think. So even if you do use her for spells or anything like that, it won't really do much. So we will half power up Lulu's weapon here. Okay, so the Khalid gets break damage limit. Every weapon gets break damage limit and triple overdrive. So for the Khalid, he gets evade and counter and magic counter. So he'll dodge attacks and counter magic. So anytime he gets attacked, basically, he's hitting them back. World Champion, you get the standard 2, break damage limit, triple overdrive. And then you get evade and counter again, and double AP, which is pretty good for a bit. God Hand, you get double AP and Gillionaire. So Gillionaire doubles the gil you earn, and there's a great way to earn a ton of gil super fast in the Omega Ruins. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But yeah. So that's my main party. So Yuna gets double AP and 1 MP cost, like I said. So they're okay. Obviously, once you're able to max out your damage, like max out your strength, you won't use many, if any, magic skills. So, you know, it's not the best weapon ever. Masamune gets first strike and counterattack. So first strike is awesome because it's the only celestial weapon that gets it. He's typically a slower character, so you know that kind of balances out. And the only crappy thing though is counterattack isn't as good as evade and counter. But again, he's a slower character, so it's not realistic that he'd be evading them. But still, it's not the best move that you could have gotten. Kamara gets double AP and evade and counter. And Lulu is not maxed out yet, so all she gets is no AP, which we started with, and double overdrive, which is what everybody gets when they just power up with their crest. And then you get all those other awesome abilities when you power it up with the Sigil. And we're back to Sharby. So those are my celestial weapons. I am going to equip her with hers. We're gonna leave. We're gonna head to the Omega Ruins right now.
You're counting.
It's a very small scene, but I'll let you watch it and then I'll continue talking. I'm gonna talk about the side quests of the game here that we needed to do to get the sigils. So.
What is this place?
700 years ago, a monk who defied the teachings was sentenced here.
Oh, the traitor Omega, yeah?
Omega's loathing of Yevon has turned him into a fiend.
They say he liked it underground, out of the light.
So he's here?
Scared?
Not a chance.
Okay, so I told you guys I was going to no encounters this, and I will, right after I fight one enemy. Here we go. These are not the enemies I was hoping for. I apologize for the weird noises my computer is making again. Oh crap. Okay, good. Okay, so I lost one black elemental. That's okay. Those are not the enemies I wanted to fight. Let's try this again. There we go. So these boxes in the ruins, 9 times out of 10, have absolutely nothing in them. But what they do is they create a mimic. And I'm going to switch to all my awesome weapons because I'm not planning on fighting any more enemies. I didn't overkill him, which is kind of upsetting, but when you get a little bit stronger you can overkill him. But he drops, well, they drop a fair amount of AP. The Mimic doesn't actually give you any. The Mimic gives you 50,000 gil there. And I guess you don't actually get the, I guess it doesn't double with an overdrive. But 50,000 gil, with Gillionaire, that's 100,000 gil. So you fight a lot of that combination that we just fought right there, the Zarus or whatever he's called, and the chest. So you steal from the chest, you don't mug it. If you mug it, you defeat the chest. And that is a great way to get a lot of money. They're very common in the basement part here, especially right around the save sphere. I was surprised I fought those dark elementals. So we've got still about 25 minutes to kill. You'll notice it's the same as it was within Sin here, that the map kind of moves with you, or it gets created as you go. I actually don't want those. So those chests there's a mini game somehow. It's like a timing game or something like that. Anywho, there's 14 different chests and you have to open them at certain times or something like that. To be honest with you, I have no idea how it goes. I'm not going to try to open them. What is significant is these 4 right here. If you come around here, I can't remember if it's on the left side or the right side. There we go. Right here. Bhed Primer 26. W means Z. So that is the 26th. We should be hearing a chime in a second. There we go. Master Linguists. That's one of 5 gold trophies that you can collect in this game. For those of you that care about trophies. I enjoy collecting them. It gives me something to do, especially after I've beaten a game the first time. A lot of games nowadays, and obviously this is an older game, so it's chock full of, you know, special side quests and mini games and that. But some games nowadays, if you're not doing any trophy hunting, it's really not, there's not much replay value in them, so. And then obviously once you platinum them, sorry. So you have to access that first glimpse there to trigger this one. And it'll create a little bit of a pathway for you here. And we get another pathway. So, anyways, I'll talk about trophies in a second, but sorry, I just want to check something here. Okay, so anyways, if you can open all 14 chests properly, doing the little game or whatever, I have heard, because I've never done it myself, but I have heard that the prize is 99 warp spheres. Warp spheres allow you to move anywhere on the sphere grid. It doesn't have to be activated by an ally, nothing like that. It is the most powerful sphere grid moving, like, of all these extra abilities here, the yellow ones, these light blue ones. It's the best. It'll allow you to warp into somewhere like Ultima, which is surrounded by 4 level 4 spheres and a bunch of other sphere locks, I should say. I'm giving him auto haste right now, just because. Oh yeah, I guess I should change all my... So we're gonna head up here. Yeah, so obviously that auto haste is gonna turn into my Dark Aeon armor. Let's have some fun.
You're kidding me!
So apparently it's not this fight, but Kamari can learn Lancet if you, I guess it's on Omega, or he knows Lancet, sorry. He can learn Nova if you use it on
I'm running if you...
Omega there. Okay, so he's got somewhere between 60,000 and 80,000 HP, so I think I'm just going to end it right now, actually. Make sure I overkill him. I got some Dory Tomorrows from him. It's pretty exciting, I think. I forget what they do, so... So to put into perspective why I have to train between this fight and the next one, he had between 60 to 80,000 HP. Omega has 999,999. So...
That was not Omega. Just a shadow born from Omega's wrath.
What, so the main man's still around?
Come on out, Omega!
When we meet, I will send it.
Okay, so I accomplished a lot more than I thought I would in this video, which is always nice. I'm gonna run around the other way, take the scenic route. So basically, all the Dark Aeons have millions of HP. some of the more basic ones like Veil 4, Ifrit, Ixion, and I think Shiva, actually. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I am too. They're kind of in the $1 million to $2 million range. I don't know about Yojimbo. I think Yojimbo is just shy of 2 million. I know Bahamut is supposed to have something like 5 million. Anima is supposed to have 8. And the Manga Sisters are somewhere between 2 and 5 respectively. Obviously, Cindy's got the most, Mindy's got the least. And you can fight them individually. I will be. But basically the test of whether or not we can start with the Dark Aeons is going to be how well this battle with Omega turns out. Just kind of gives you a nice view there, I guess. I don't know what the point of that was. But yeah, I'm gonna have to train so that way my attack is in like the 120 to 140 range, I think. My defense is gonna have to get up there. And I think my magic defense is gonna have to get up there too. And this is gonna require me unlocking a ton of monsters in the monster arena and beating them quite a few times and getting a lot of sphere levels. I don't have the equipment yet ready to do the AP grinding trick, so I mean I could still do it, but it's a lot more difficult. I'm keeping my sphere levels right now for when I start getting those items. I've got a bunch of blank slots all the way coming around Titus's end of the sphere here, and all 3 characters are going the same way, so it's a great opportunity to start kind of giving myself some stat bonuses. At some point too, I will gain the ability to use clear spheres. Probably before I start actually getting the rest of the monsters and grinding them out and that. And I'll be taking out smaller, like I'll keep the defense 3s, anything that's a 2 or below, I'll probably start getting rid of. The 3s are okay. Like that MP10, this MP10, I'll replace it and put MP plus 40s there. You know, this accuracy I might get rid of. And just as I'm going around, anything that's not worth keeping, I won't. Oh, and I need to charge my controller. And that being said too, I'm not stat maxing. And there's a difference between maxing out your stats and stat maxing. Stat maxing is actually going through the process of getting every stat as high as possible, including MP and HP. I've developed strategies that require me to never use the break HP limit or the break MP limit, so maxing those 2 stats out is pointless for me. It gives me a lot more leeway to keep the plus 3 stats like I was just talking about. You know, obviously the plus 2s aren't nearly as worth it, but the plus 3s, it's not worth my time to defeat an enemy to get a defense sphere, to put it in here, to buy a clear sphere, to clear it out. You know, because I don't need all those extra spheres for the HP to max it out at 99,999. So as far as stats go, HP will be at 9,999, MP will be at 999 at some point, Agility will be over 200, Strength Defense and Magic Defense will be at 255, so that's the maximum value. I don't care about magic because one enemy requires you to use magic attacks in the post game, and that's it. Evasion will end up getting cranked up there, but it's not a priority. Accuracy will get maxed out, and luck will be bumped up to at least 80 if not 100. And that's going to be what's going to take a lot of time, getting those stupid luck spheres, and especially the fortune spheres, because I'll need 3 for every luck sphere that I do. But that's pretty much what's coming up. It's going to be a ton of grinding on my part. You know, I'm 47 hours in. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm 57 to 60 hours in next time I see you guys on video. And in saying that, it's currently October 3rd. I have started uploading some of my Final Fantasy videos. They might actually all be caught up by the time I can even record next. You know, putting on 13 hours in a video game is easy to do when you're not in university and have midterms coming up in mid-October and whatnot, so it might be a few weeks before I actually get around to recording again. Which is kind of why I'm extending this little ending talk here. So, I'm going to end it now though. I've kind of told you what my game plan is. After this we've got Omega and the Dark Aeons, and then we've got our 2 super bosses, and then we finish the game. So we're not that far away from the end. And I look forward to getting to the end. Right now, I will say goodbye for a while. And the next time we meet, I will have significantly different stats, significantly different armor setups, and probably a ton of gil, because I'm going to be in the Omega Ruins quite a bit. And yeah, that's about it. So, I will see you guys when we start to tackle Omega Weapon in the Omega Ruins. So until then, Sharby is out.